Man, what a sight to behold. Literally cannot wait until I can continue that project. But first we gotta sort that one out. And I took a little boss. Little boss for the gas. The last time I worked on it was I think like 2 months ago. It's been a while. I've been using the machine a lot, so didn't really want to continue the work. But dude, I want to finish it. Just kind of get it finished. The weather is just super nice right now. And I would rather not be stuck in that cave when it's so nice outside. I don't want to be in that cave. So I don't care how long this video will be. Gonna wrap that thing up with this episode. I mean, initially I only wanted like maybe we'll do maximum 3. That thing kind of got away from me. Sorry guys. But let's just kind of immediately get to work. Don't really want to waste too much time. There is a lot to do still. By the way, check it out guys. Some dude named Mike brought me some oil. I paid like 80 bucks for the entire thing. So I don't know what we got here. Like 20 liters of automatic transmission fluid. Not sure where I'm gonna put that. Oh, in Joseph's fuel tank. Yeah, that will work. 20 liters of... That's gonna be useful. Gear oil plus. Guess that's gonna be useful. Hydro 46. Some more gear oil. And more dozer fuel. So we got 60 liters of gear oil, 40 liters of transmission fluid, and 20 liters of some premium hydraulic fluid for 80 bucks. I think this was a pretty good deal. So straight off, let's try to get the auxiliary hydraulics to work. In the last episode we did a bunch of testing and stuff. Didn't really achieve anything, but... So I'm gonna attempt a few fixes on it. There are a couple of things I can try. You know, connect the red wire to the blue wire. Wrap the black wire around the ignition switch. Start up Joseph. Completely flatten this thing. And go buy a new skid steer that actually has working hydraulics. Before we try to figure out how to get it to work, let's finish off the hoses first. Instead of ordering a new hose for it, I opted to use one of my old hoses. Just had to make it a bit shorter. This was a lot cheaper. The guy only asked like 8 bucks for it, for making the hose shorter. Out of curiosity, I also asked how much a steel hose like that would be. The guy wanted like 60 for it. Wasn't that much, but 8 is a lot cheaper. As for the quick attach setup, so I decided to go with these two. These quick attachments were 8 bucks each versus 70. So 8 versus 70. What? Don't need those parts. Take that bit. Then I need that bit. Then I need that bit, which goes that way. Same for the other side. And these guys here. Voila! Hack job 5 million. This was much cheaper. 8 bucks, 2 bucks, less than 2 bucks. I mean, this is a lot cheaper. So how do? I think I have an idea. which might work. Immediately I'm thinking like very minor overlap. What if a log or something fell here? It might smash this one at least. Bottom one is nicely hidden, but there is like maybe like 5 millimeters. Maybe I can tilt this a bit down. Perfect. That actually looks pretty good. I haven't tried this one molding. Like, might work, I don't know. You know what, guys? I think I have a power issue here. So these are the control wires, and these are the, well, the green ones go to the module over there, but I couldn't find where the orange one goes. It's not connected to the module at all. Yet all the orange wires are connected together, so orange has to be power. But I'm getting 0 volts on that orange wire. My understanding how this is supposed to work is that you get 12 volts on that orange wire, then you press this button left or right, it sends 12 volts through one of those green wires, kind of depends which way you're pushing the button, I guess. Then that signal travels to the computer thing, which gets down voltage or something, and that goes to the solenoid. That's how it's supposed to work, I think. But I have 0 volts at the orange wire here. Maybe it's not working because it's not getting any signal at all. So it might be a power issue. So maybe I just put like 12 volts on that line and maybe everything will work. If that's the case, then we need to figure out why this wire has no power, because all the fuses are good. Maybe it's one of those broken up wires. There are some cut wires and a lot of disconnected blocks. Maybe it's just that. Just gotta find some 12 volts from somewhere to test this theory out. Because check this out, guys. The orange wire, it's all the same for all the auxiliary connections. So this is the detent mode, by the way. So that's the same, and on the other side, same. Thanks that, we got 12 volts there. Not hooked up anywhere, but whatever. Let's use that. Gonna do a quick connection here. Just gonna grab a twist drill, stick that thing in here, stick that thing in there. Now in theory, if something doesn't start smoking soon, you should have nicely 12 volts on the connection wires now. There we go, okay. Are you kidding me right now? Holy donkey balls! Dude, what the hell? What? Are you kidding me? Dude, it works? Seriously? Probably shouldn't have went Russian mechanic mode on that computer thing. Believe it or not, this thingy, it costs roughly 1200 bucks plus programming, whatever that may cost. When I press this button, the hydraulics lock up. I'm guessing because the fluid can't go anywhere. But on that side, it only works on one direction. But I'm not really sure right now. Let's hook up something to these lines. If we can make a cylinder move, then we're golden. This is very exciting, guys. That's a very good sign. Dude, this cylinder is bent. What the hell? It's not leaking though, but it's totally bent. Wow. One thing is kind of weird though. So I always thought you control the auxiliary with that one there, but they both kind of work. The difference is that with this one you can move it in and out, but with that handle you can only move it out, it doesn't come in. You know, maybe when I was stabbing that multimeter into those pinholes, maybe it's not getting a good connection now. Yeah, a lot of you actually mentioned this, so most likely this is my fault, all things considered. Gonna carefully put the thing back now. Obviously I cannot leave this here. This is not a very good connection. I'm not sure what this is for, but it doesn't have power when I turn the ignition off, so that's ideal. Just in case, I'm gonna add a fuse there as well, because I'm kind of skeptical. I'm not really sure if that line has a fuse somewhere. It should, in theory, but you never know. Don't want to risk it. Oh, it's okay. Wrong setting. Okay. Okay guys, so after fiddling with the pins down there, I did get both these functions to work. Basically, both the handles do the same thing. I guess that's because my Bobcat here, it does not have rear auxiliary. So both the handles serve the same purpose. But I kind of noticed something weird. I don't think it should operate this way. So I'm not in the cab right now. Hydraulics should be locked right now. Well, except the wheels. These still turn because, dude, there is no parking brake on it. That thing has been ripped out. But the rest of the hydraulics, they should be locked, right? I haven't pressed the override button, and I also need to be inside the seat with this thing down for that to work. Plus, I haven't pressed that button, but the thing still works, which is kind of weird. Maybe it has something to do with the Bix computer thing. Maybe the auxiliary computer sends a signal to the Bix computer, and then the Bix computer sends the signal to the controllers. And once I press the button, the signal travels back to the auxiliary computer. And finally, from there it goes to the solenoids. That kind of makes sense, I guess. Now, if that's true, then with the hack that I did, I'm kind of bypassing the Bix computer, right? By the way, guys, the plot thickens. Couple of things that I noticed while I've been tinkering with the system. Get this, the 10th function. It works, but it only works if the auxiliary motor is enabled. That thing, I mean. Only works if those two lights are on. Unlike the normal hydraulics, which even work if the system is disabled. Kinda makes no sense to me. How can one part of the system work while the computer is disabled, but another part that is connected to the same computer not work? But whatever, as long as it works, right? I just got to jump through extra hoops in order to get it to function. The second thing that I noticed, it's the voltage. It's not 9 volts. It's getting the full 12 volts. I was led to believe that this is a 9 volt solenoid. And I figured that the computer thingy there did the down voltaging part. But alas, that is not the case. Unless the down voltage is supposed to happen somewhere else. So I did a bit of researching in the interwebs. And I found the part. I found the solenoid. Solenoid welding. The same exact solenoid that my machine has. On the official Bobcat's spare parts catalog, found the part. Solenoid valve. So in the description it says that it has a 14 volt coil. Also, check that out. They want $500 for that thing. WDF, man. It's just a solenoid. How is that thing worth $500? If by any chance an official Bobcat person is watching this video, please take your time and try to answer me one question. What type of cocaine are you snorting, dude? Send some of that stuff my way. I mean, dude probably throws a bunch of narcotics in a cement mixer, eats that crap for breakfast, and then proceeds to put in price tags on genuine Bobcat parts. But the 14 volt coil kinda checks out, to be honest. I'm not really sure who told me that I need 9 volts for that solenoid there. When the engine is running, the electrical system on the Bobcat, it's between 13.5 and 14 volts. So that kinda checks out. So I'm not gonna try to down voltage this situation. I'm just gonna wait your comments on the matter. I think it's fine. I'm gonna leave it at whatever it is right now. But I will change my hack a bit. So like I said before, currently the auxiliary hydraulics activate the moment I start the engine. Or actually put the ignition on. And if I accidentally switch the buttons, then I instantly get fluid pressure here, which is not ideal. So I'm gonna ditch this breaker and get a new wire going straight from the gap, add like a dedicated switch there in order to enable the auxiliary hydraulics on and off. Or I'm gonna keep the breaker here, just disconnect it from there, leave that somewhere, and just grab 12 volts from the gap somewhere. Then I don't have to run two wires back and forth. Maybe I can just grab something from here. Ground. Yep. There's something there. Nothing there. Oh, 12 there as well. I could just, use that block. I mean, the button doesn't even work. It's broken. So who cares what that does? Let's just use this block. Guys, maybe you have some clue about this. So this thing doesn't work. I have gas. And I have spark. And then Santa told me that something broke on it. He did not explain what. I just don't get it. Thing has gas, thing has spark, it should ignite, right? Why doesn't it? I don't get it. Raise your hand if you hate this type of things. I do. Bugger. Kurat, peaks nagu minema, no jumala otse tee minek. Mine pekki raisk. Ikka uksi kinni. Ha! Success, my mans. Eureka! The gas smells so good. I don't know if that's weird or not. It just smells very good. What a weird thing to say. Never mind, that smells a lot better. Crude oil. Yum. It is like designed there. Wow. Peekaboo. I see you. Just to remind myself of that. Okay, well, let's test the hydraulics out. So currently the button is off and also that is off. So nothing should work. Nope. Nothing. Let's gauge that. But the detent function, still nothing. Let's start that up now. So everything works. Just have to jump through a bunch of hoops. But guys, I think this is fine. I'm gonna leave it at this for now. Unless I do need to take the voltage down. I'm not really sure about that right now. That part number I found online, that kind of indicates this is a 14 volt system, but I'm not really 100% sure. Maybe there's some information on the solenoid itself, like printed on the body. Dude, that is too far, I can't reach. So I'm gonna leave it at that for now. So I got the auxiliary fix. Job well done. Let's just proceed. Some crack somewhere. Or maybe it was an optical illusion. But let's check it out. So I've been kind of going over all these welds right now. Yeah, definitely that's not factory made. On the other side as well. Now I remember this video that I saw from Andrew. I actually do videos. One was when he was welding a Bobcat frame back together. I think it was pretty similar to this machine. But I think the breakage was somewhere here in this area. And another video was about some front end loader of a tractor. The frame had broken apart. It wasn't his machine, but he helped some dude to fix it. So they used stick welding. I think in both of those videos they used stick to fix the frame. Now I don't think it's broken, but I'm gonna clean it up. If there's any cracks in there, then let's go over it. That seems pretty solid. Okay, so there's no crack there. It's a lot of undercut. I mean, whoever did this welding didn't do a very good job. But it's holding. No, I don't see any cracks anywhere. It's just a lot of undercut. What do you think, guys? Should I try to make it look a bit better? I don't think I will achieve anything, but maybe it's worth it. Dude, by just grinding that poo down, it already looks 10 times better. Now I'm gonna attempt this with a MIG. On normal circumstances, I would prefer stick when it comes to frame welding, but welding upside down with the stick usually is not very ideal, unless you have a special rod, I guess. I'm not really sure about that setup. MIG should act better in that situation. Think I'm good with that. Overall, the penetration, it felt like crap. That's why I prefer stick on these types of welds. But it should be fine. I don't think it's gonna break. If it wasn't broken before, then it's definitely not gonna break right now. Couldn't find any more of them cracks there, so I'm gonna mark that. Now, before I go over to the pins and bushings subject, there's a quick modification that I wanna do. So the boom's tilt cylinder, hydraulic lines, those two spots, guys, they're always touching the frame here. I don't know if it's design fault or what's up with that, not really sure. It's just a matter of time before those lines break because of that fault. And the new line that I installed yesterday, I noticed a similar pattern. No stupid touchy action anymore. My guess is that Bobcat designed it deliberately this way, so the hoses would break prematurely. That is how corporations survive. The design crap that is just designed to fail. I just need to put an X somewhere because I know, here. Let's focus on the pins now. I haven't ordered anything yet. On the back end, it seems pretty decent. 1, 2, and 3. These 3 seem to have very minimal belay. So I don't think I'm gonna dive into there, but we'll see. Most of the slack is in the front area. I think the tilt cylinder has the biggest amount of slack. I also wanna check out my homemade repair down there. Actually, I made a video about it. This was several years ago now. I made like a hack solution down there. Pretty much something that I made for my Yanmar. So yeah, that's not original. This is my homemade solution. I'm kinda curious how the thing has endured over the past few years. I mean, nothing has broken off yet. So that's a good sign, usually. It appears to me that most of the play is in the tilt cylinder, and plus the thing slides left and right. You can fix that pretty easily, you just need to put some shims there. But this is a bit more trickier. I'm hoping maybe I can just re-weld the pin, build some material on it, throw it into the lathe, make it round again. Something similar that I did for the Yanmar. That worked out pretty well. For so much play, the thing is pretty tight. I'm guessing the center part is just worn. Wow. Definite groove in there. And that looks a lot better. I'm not sure how tight these bushings need to be, but just re-weld this area because this is clearly damaged. I'm not sure if you can make it out in the video, but I think let's open up the second end as well. I need to get the tilt cylinder off anyway because the seals are just gone. You can see the wiper even is just completely open, letting all the dirt in. That is not very optimal. Dude, I'm gonna break something. Kuradi Ameerika mutrid. Haamrit vaja tööriistu kätte saada. Täitsa lõpp. I've never really seen that before. That type of hose, I mean. Okay, I understand that. That is normal hose there, but what's up with that? That's a fitting. So they press the fitting on a hose? Dude, I've never seen that before. This is so odd. Maybe it's an American thing. Personally, I've never seen that setup before. Nojah, pane sinna põrandale kõik joburaisk. Oh jaa, see on veel parem. Mis sul juhtus? I love my job. Never mind, I hate it. For some reason I'm thinking diarrhea. Dude, I don't see any wear on this thing. There is not a single groove in it. That means the problem is in there. Freaking mod everywhere, man. Guys, I'm just gonna take a little pause from this project. Don't get me wrong, the video will continue immediately. But I'm gonna build some type of degreasing or de-oiling station. Some kind of a work table where I could deal with stuff like this. I would like to clean this nicely out, but I don't really have a very good spot to clean it. And the building table is not the best spot. So be right back. I'm gonna make that table thing, then we'll continue. So yeah guys, I built this cute little collector thing. Looks pretty adorable. Yeah, I'm not really sure if that video is out yet. But if it is, then kudos. Thanks for watching that one. Took me about a day and a half to build. And it was actually a pretty enjoyable project. Unlike that piece of crap there. I hate you. Just die. Okay? I'm thinking maybe I can get the bushings out and get some new bushings. Maybe that's the issue on this side. Because the bin, guys, look at the bin. That looks pretty good. There are no grooves in it at all. I mean, check the other bin out. On this side, it's not that bad, but pretty messed up on this spot. At least this is fixable. I can re-weld this. Cut it down to size. I mean, there should be some bushing material in there. If there is, then it's incredibly thin. Because I don't see any edge. Maybe the bushing is just worn away so badly. There's definitely something in there. There should be like 2 bushings here. Okay. It feels to me that I have about the same amount of slack seams, about the same. Maybe if I just made the bin a bit thicker. There's slack here and there is slack at the cylinder. I could make this bin slightly thicker as well. It would remove some of the slack. I mean, inside it looks like a bushing, but I don't think it's a bushing. There is absolutely no leading edge, at least on the outside. There is the groove in there, but I think that's just for the grease. I don't think this end has bushings. Yeah, I don't see any bushing here. Just gonna make the bin a bit thicker. that's about it, guys. You're just gonna build material and later just gonna mill it down to size. If you watch Indian repair videos, they do that crap all the time. Normal people just gonna buy new stuff, but maybe I'm half Indian. I think that's about it. Should be pretty good. Dude, I have not used this thing for a while now. I don't even remember how it operated in. Wow. I think that's pretty much it. Think. This should be good enough for rough cutting, and then I need to switch it up slightly to kind of smooth the thing out. That's pretty good. I'll try to smooth the thing out now. Maybe a bit too fast. I think I went a bit too much, but maybe it doesn't matter. I mean, the thing definitely looks a lot better than it did before. Now, I think this is fine. There is still some blade there, but it doesn't need to be super tight. There actually needs to be some room for the crease as well. So I think this is fine. This is a lot better than I had before. About the second pin though, I decided to not weld this one. I mean, the blade is so minimal. I don't think I will really achieve much if I made the thing like 1/4 of a millimeter thicker. But let's check out the bottom pins. Visibly they look okay. Apart from this side, looks kind of bent. Maybe. Keep in mind though, this is not an original setup. This is something, my own hack solution basically. Something I made out of spare parts. I think the pins themselves are fine. I'm not really a fan of this. Because there's something about that. Themselves, they seem pretty solid. You know what, maybe I can find some footage for you guys. What the lower pin situation on this Bobcat was before I did that job. I mean, that was pretty bad, wasn't it? This is a lot better. It doesn't move at all. But I'm curious how the insides look. Maybe there's some damage that we need to repair. Dude, there is no wear at the pin at all. Nothing there. Something there. Like a very minor wear. Keep in mind, this has been in the machine for 2 years now, maybe even a bit longer. Thing probably has hundreds of hours on it. That actually looks pretty good. Check the other one out. Same deal. It's like a minor edge there. Dude, it's not even 1/10 of a millimeter. $25. That's also $25. $25. Like 24.9. Well, I did not expect so good results. I mean, this is like nothing. It looks pretty good. 25. 2 years in the machine and basically they have not worn away at all. Wow. Man, that hack job, it cost me less than $100. But if I remember correctly, then the Bobcat dealer offered me, they wanted like $800 or $900 for the entire set. The hack job was a lot cheaper and still hangs in there. Now one thing that I could try to improve, just kind of fill that area with a weld. That looks kind of unprofessional if you ask me. There's even a hole there. Although I have to keep one thing in mind. Whenever I try to make something better, I usually screw it up somehow. That is like always the case. I have never managed to break that cycle. Hopefully this one will break it. Tota on kyllä vaikea ehittää. Dude, what a difference. Wow. It's probably a lot stronger as well. Yeah, this looks like the day I put the thing in here. Looks pretty good. One side I welded, as I recall. The other side is just as you just saw. It feels pretty good. I can at least now confirm that my design has endured the test of time. 2 years on, and everything still looks pretty much the same when I install them. So I'm not gonna do a lot of redesigning here, I'm just gonna try to remove some of that slack I have. Left and right movement, I mean. nojah. Tere taevas, korra puutun ja see lendab kohe orbiidile kuhugi. What? Dude, are you freaking kidding me right now? Remember guys when I said that if I try to make something better, I will usually screw it up? I'm glad to announce that the tradition will keep going. The reason why I did not weld the insides was because there was a clearance issue. I welded it inside fully, thinking it's a lot stronger now. But there's a clearance problem now. So I successfully screwed that up as well. Dude, I'm just gonna add something there. I don't even care. Something to bridge the gap. Well, look at the bright side. Traditions, guys, they are important. We need to continue keeping traditions going. Oh yeah, now I remember. There was something off with one side. This area, it should be enclosed. It should stop here, by my understanding. So eventually the grease should come out from there, but... dude, I think there is a hole back here, and the grease is just escaping into this box area. At least I remember that I had this weird glitch with one side. The other side should be good. Dude, I put the entire tubes in the thing. Never seen grease come out of this side. It has to go somewhere in the box. See, that took almost no time at all. I think the whole theory kind of makes sense. Man. That is so good. No blade at all. Wow. This is my homemade invention. And it works great. Sometimes I'm really proud of myself. Good job. Okay, so the other pins on this machine are actually pretty good. Considering the age of this machine, it's 96? No, 98, sorry. 98 machine. The pins are actually pretty good, but there were these two little glitches that I remember, and the lifting cylinder bottom pins. Pretty sure that this one doesn't even have a grease fitting on it. And this side it does have a grease fitting, but it never accepts any grease. There's mountains of mud there. It does have a fitting on it, but I don't think I've had any luck pushing any fluids through that fitting. I think I got it this time. I think I actually got it. Pretty conclusive evidence right there. This side though, it has absolutely nothing. There's no fitting there. Maybe I can just slide the thing in there. Dude, I cannot do that. Kurat, need 2 näppu korraga sisse ei mahu. Unless you know how to turn with one finger, then I don't think you're doing this. Dude, I'm so lucky that it's not on the other side. Just look how much crap there is. So hydraulic hoses, belts, dry boys, everything is in the way. Dude, I'm so lucky that it's on this side. Still though, freaking Bobcat, man. So tight. Mine pekki noh! Kuidas ma selle veel kätte saan sealt? Dude, that is pretty dry. Wow. That's how pins get screwed. Noh.
Kaido näitas mulle just üks päev seda ühte videot onju.
Noh.
Selle auto aku läks perse onju.
Nii.
30 000 uus aku. Kujutad ette?
Ma autoga ei maksa nii palju.
Väga hull ju. Ja siis kirjutaski seal niimoodi, et kurat 30 000 aku ja ainult 20 kilomeetrit saad sõita. Saad aru? Ja selle, kui aku läheb perse, see auto nagu on niimoodi pandud, et sa ei saa üldse sõita.
Don't worry guys, she just said that the weather is lovely today. Wouldn't want to put my fingers in there. Would probably be a bad idea. Man, stupid Bobcat! Why are you so fat on the rear end? Okay, here's the situation right now. That thing is stuck. The cylinder won't move. It's kind of in there. So the hydraulic pressure kind of went from that side to that side. Probably did something wrong. It's most likely inside the book. There is details, step-by-step details, how to remove the cylinder. Well, I can't be bothered to read that crap. So here's the results. So I'm thinking I'm gonna remove this pin as well. Then I should be able to lift the lifting frame independently. And later I can put the pins back by lowering the jack or raising it. What's up? Man, this is not going very good. But have no fear, I have another idea. Wonder where the fitting went. It's so weird. I need a bigger fitting. I don't think I have one. Never mind, I found one. Baksotsik. Just gotta use the manual press on one fitting. Great. Dude, I'm just gonna leave it here. Next time I need to add some grease. I already have the grease gun here. Wow, so much work for just a stupid thing. Pale blue though. Gonna save the day here. You know what I hate? That thing never breaks. I cannot make a video about fixing that thing. Dude, I've had it, what, like 12 years now. I haven't done a single major repair job on it. Like the only major job that I did on this thing was build the front end loader thing. The second welding project I ever did after the bandsaw mill. And the thing just keeps on giving. It's a very useful tool, but sadly it never breaks. Maybe one day. Anyway, let's deal with the tilt drum now. So, this will be my first ever cylinder repair job. I've never opened any of these things up. Gonna be interesting. Maybe. Worst case scenario, I mess it up somehow. A brand New Zealander is about just slightly under $1,000. So hopefully we'll be able to fix the thing. It appears that somebody has actually opened this thing up before. The side has been chewed up all around the hub. So maybe they couldn't get it open with the way it's supposed to come off. I think it's aluminium. That is aluminium, wow. Which means it's very soft and will break up very easily. Pretty strongly in there. Dude, I was hoping it's gonna be harder than that. You know, sometimes this part, I've heard, it gets really stuck. For whatever reason, I can't think of right now. But mine came out, no problem. The seal that I need to replace is actually in there. So I'm guessing I need to remove that nut. Then I can get this piece out. The insides look pretty good. You know, I'm not really sure how this rod is designed, but shouldn't there be more O-rings there? These grooves, they're empty. Or are they supposed to be empty? I'm not really sure. Dude! Some Yankee unit again. 43 or something like that. Man, this thing is so close. It's like 42. I'm gonna modify this thing a bit. Woof! Inseparable, these two. It's mated for life, man. Golly, it worked. Just guys, don't tell Stalin that I turned the Soviet tool into an American one. I think they even have gulag in afterlife. Don't wanna end up there. There we go. This whole piece is aluminum, by the way. That's steel. The wiper is pretty messed up. I mean, check it out. The entire edge is damaged. Also inside there. I mean, whoever replaced the seals on this thing did not do a very good job at it. You're not supposed to mess up the casing. Pretty cool looking wiper. Definitely seen some better days. I'm not really sure what that thing is. It's some type of gasket or something. And I don't understand why the rear end is mangled up. That kind of makes no sense. But I don't think I need to replace this part. I mean, it looks great. It looks good. Some type of a plastic gasket. The guy who sold me this machine, he told me that he replaced the seals or had them replaced by someone. But it started leaking because of that little kink in there. No, it doesn't feel much, it's just a tiny little kink. But I guess that's kind of what messed up the seals in the first place. The cylinder is in a very bad spot. It's constantly in dirt. If you overfill something from the bucket, like rocks for example, they will hit the cylinder rod. That's a really stupid design, I think. A really bad design by Bobcat. And yeah, this is the result. Downtime. Unnecessary downtime. However, I'm not really sure how to fix this. So I'm gonna take this with me to the hydro shop. Maybe they will give me some pointers. I need to get some seals anyway. This was bad. I mean, this looked good, but I'm gonna get a new one. The support ring as well. The wiper. And no, this is the main seal. And this is the wiper. So yeah, be right back. So guys, I went to the local hydraulic shop. And what I discovered was a bit of a shock. To be honest, I'm not really surprised. I guess I'm getting kind of used to knowing that everything I have is just crap. Anyway, the hydraulic cylinder itself, it's American. It's inch based. Apart from the rod. That thing is metric. Honestly, I'm not really surprised, considering the stupid design by Bobcat to place the cylinder in such a bad spot. So this thing has been swapped out more than once. So all the seals that I got from this thing, the guy had. I got a replacement for every seal. Guess that's it. Not a lot. But the guy also had a ton of bad news for me. So I asked about the piston. What's the deal with these empty grooves here? And he pretty much just kind of confirmed what I was thinking. He thinks that there should be some O-rings or something in there, but he wasn't 100% sure. Took a quick trip to Google and apparently it didn't help much, because on some cylinders there are extra O-rings on the piston, but on some of them there's just there's whatever that thing is. I'm not really sure. I'm guessing it's some type of pressure seal. Also, he pointed out damage to the piston itself. I didn't notice this before, but check it out. The thing is pretty badly worn. It has grooves everywhere. And he also mentioned that the bore is most likely messed up as well because of that. But man, either I'm blind or something, but the bore looks pretty good. I don't see any scratch marks in there whatsoever. The guy basically offered me 2 options. Option number A, just call up Bobcat and get a new replacement cylinder. We actually did that from the office, which is kind of called Bobcat. There is a Bobcat dealer in Estonia, which I did not know about, by the way. But they wanted almost $2,000 for that cylinder. Dude, what the hell, man? I paid $6,000 for the entire machine. I'm not gonna pay $2,000 for a stupid cylinder. I think we broke the speed of sound by hanging up the phone. Everything just kind of went flying. What a mess. The option B though, some type of conversion rebuild. Basically just turn the entire thing into metric. Throw this thing in a lathe, shimmy it down, put a new seal kit on it or something which kind of matches that bore, I guess. I'm not really sure how the rebuild looks on paper, but he told me that it's gonna be cheaper, obviously, but still about 500 up to 600 bucks. The seal kit though, that was just about $18. By the way, Bobcat wants 110 bucks for the same seals. I don't get that. This is like, what, like 8 times more? What? Makes no sense. We did look on eBay. There are a bunch of cylinders there, actually. Some as low as 370 bucks. From China, of course, but man, they're probably made out of candle wax and expired dog food. So I don't really want to risk ordering that. I just went with the seal option right now. I'm just gonna throw the new seals in it, which were bad, these ones. I'm not gonna touch this. I mean, I've never had any issues with internal leakage. At least I've never noticed any problems with that. Probably gonna need to revisit this in the future, but right now I can't even afford the conversion job. So I'm just gonna throw the new seals in it. Hopefully it will last for a bit. Well, considering I was riding around with these seals for 2 years and the leakage was very minimal, I think that might work. I guess we'll see, time will tell. But I'm gonna throw this thing back together. I actually need the Bobcat for a couple of odd jobs now. Try to wrap up this project, I guess. So much dirt in there, man. Could make it like a U shape with this thing, but this thing is really stiff. This thing is super stiff, man. You should be able to bend it in a U shape. Dude, it was so hard to get that thing in there. Usually there is a special tool in order to install those seals, but Stifler's mom probably made that seal. You know, I think I screwed up the wiper a bit. Maybe it's fine. Seems to be pretty tight. Now, I'm not really sure about this kink. The guy told me that it is repairable. I'm not really sure how they do it, honestly. Well, it actually filled all the gaps nicely. Who knows, maybe this will even work. This is something that you guys suggested. I figured, whatever, it's probably the cheapest option to try. I could put something there as well. Dude, wow. That is so much better. No, I think I can live with that. Ideally, I could like re-weld this entire bin. Just make it a bit thicker. But I just don't think I will achieve much with that. I'm gonna leave it like so. Besides, I'm pretty sure this seal job, it won't last me long. You just gotta survive until I can afford the rebuild offer. So maybe I will just kind of do it when I do that bit. It just kind of depends how much it annoys me. Boom. And for the time being, everything looks good. Fingers crossed on that one. I think the paint job is the only thing left now. Apart from the axle seals, but already I kind of explained that situation. So actually I still have 2 parts that have not arrived yet. I'm still kind of waiting on those. But I think we can now proceed with the paint job. Yeah, let's just kind of throw some paint on the thing. Probably gonna paint the thing outside. I mean, it's already pretty warm. It's a lot warmer outside currently than it's in the cave there. Plus I need to wash the thing anyway. So let's get to work. Nunnu kisu. Bunch of nonsense left now. Man, who even reads that stuff? Kuhu seal panema üldse pean? Siia korgi peale või? Mida pekkina? So much death warnings. Very good. The more the better. The spark arrestor thingy. Dude, I don't think that thing no longer works. It's fine though. Just whatever you do, guys, don't tell on me. Don't tell those guys at US Forestry Service that my spark arrestor died like 10 years ago. Bunch of numbers. I'm pretty sure these go inside, but the lifting points, man. Dude, I have no idea where the original lifting points are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I guess the pinholes, there are 6 of them. Not really sure why there's 2 of them, but you know, it's always better to have more than less. Did I know? somewhere. Well, there is a cylinder there somewhere. So I guess it checks out. Doesn't work though, but who cares? The most important thing in this entire machine. But guys, I think I'm finished. Thing looks pretty cute. Man, I think the paint job came out quite okayish. Wouldn't you agree? From some distance, it looks pretty decent. Don't wanna go too close though. Dude, that looks pretty cool. I thought maybe I should paint the sign area black so the white would point out more, but man, that looks pretty neat. Kitty cat. Think we can confirm here. Bobcat now got its Yanmar service done to it. So who's next in line, buddy? Hey! You're right. Dude, I'm just gonna dig a hole and push that thing into that hole. And buy something that actually moves. Works. But this thing, think I am overall satisfied. Yeah, it looks great. Plus, I got most of the stuff done on my list there. Freaking finished, man. Took me forever. Yeah, you better run. I don't need you anymore. Jopi, siin juba on. So, white color, man, it looks great. But Bobcat, what's up with your decision making? White on heavy equipment? What? Dude, that is the stupidest color choice in the universe. I mean, check it out. All it takes, man. Just a little bit of poo on it and it already looks like crap. I painted the Yanmar also light colored, light blue. After paint job it looked great, but after about couple of months it's just rainbow now. I don't know. The thing is just poop colored rainbow. Can't even see the blue anymore. So right now this looks nice, but not for long apparently. Obviously not the best choice of color, but it's Bobcat and I went with it. At least right now it looks great. On some spots I was unable to completely remove the dirt. I recall there. Dude, I went maximum pressure with the pressure washer. Put a lot of degreaser on it, brake cleaner, whatnot. The thing would not come off at all and I just kind of painted over the dirt. I know. But in my defense, if dirt doesn't come off with pressure washer, brake cleaner, freaking wire wheel, then that dirt is good enough to paint on. That should be written somewhere in some repair manual or something. But I think we can kind of wrap up this series now. This thing took us for a really wild ride. 4 episodes. Did not expect that. I was hoping like maximum 2. But what are you gonna do if the thing is just a piece of crap? I mean, was a piece of crap. It's still a piece of crap, but it's slightly better looking piece of crap now. I already have a couple of jobs lined up for Mr. Bobby here. And this thing is in high demand. I'm thinking I need to buy a second skid steer. Just gonna retire this thing and something slightly bigger and use that as my main skid steer. Keep this thing as a backup. That's a solid plan, but not sure when I will be able to do that. Yeah, this thing is actually in high demand. I use it almost every day. It's such a useful piece of machinery. You can just do so much with it. Anything else about... I do have some idea. So I'm still kind of waiting on 2 parts right now. One of them is for some reason I'm still waiting for the glow plug relay. Man, it's been like almost 2 months now. Still haven't got it. That is so weird. And the other part is parking brake solenoid. We still have a lot of time until winter sets in. So the glow plug relay is not time sensitive, but the parking brake relay. Every time I need to operate the machine, I need to press that traction lock override button every time, because this thing doesn't have that parking brake solenoid installed on it. somebody just kind of ripped that thing out of this machine and did some sort of a hack solution. So I ordered up a new solenoid, and I'm hoping I can fix the error in the Big's computer by installing that new solenoid. Now, if that worked, then I wouldn't need to press that stupid button every time. But dude, I don't know when the things are gonna arrive. They're both coming from the States, and maybe they were on the container ship which hit the Baltimore Bridge. If that's the case, then yeah, probably won't be seeing those parts ever again. But I think we can wrap up now. Yeah. Ciao. Wait, that's it? I was expecting a bunch of flames.